Hi, everybody.
Hello, Alex. How old is
He's
Alex?
cool. What old is he? He's nearly 8. We can see a
Oh,
bird out the window.
in
He looks
the
pretty big.
prime.
It looks like
He's
a bit of a
huge.
unit.
Like,
Oh, shit.
this is-
Oh my god.
he's a monster. He
He's a
brings back magpies. Never met a cat that can take down a magpie. This guy can.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
He's like next level. Definitely barbarian.
Yeah, nobody's messing with him in the streets, are they? Let's be honest.
Right. Yeah, are we all good together then? Are we ready for episode 8? I do this every time, Josh, don't I? Is it 8? Episode 8?
Episode 7.
Episode 7.
Close enough.
Whatever it is. Right, let's roll some dice in anger. So, do you want to recap, or do you want me to do it, or what do you want to do?
I ate lots of pies.
And everything's fine.
Lots of pies.
Okay. Yeah.
They were delicious. We don't have anything to worry about.
Correct. So we left you outside the Burgomaster's mansion. You'd met Ismark. Ismark had asked for your help in the village of Barovia. You'd split the party, did what you needed to do, and we're going to pick up the story just outside the Burgomaster's mansion. So, a weary-looking mansion squats behind a rusting iron fence. The iron gates are twisted and torn. The right gate lies cast aside while the left swings lazily in the wind. The stuttering squeal and clang of the gate repeats with mindless precision. Weeds choke the grounds and press with menace upon the house itself. Yet against the walls the growth has been tramped down to create a path all around the domain. Heavy claw markings have stripped the once beautiful finish of the walls. Great black marks tell of fires that have assailed the mansion. Not a pane nor a shard of glass stands in any window. All the windows are barred with planks, each one marked with stains of evil omen. It's dark, nighttime, still raining. There's a flash of lightning from behind you, and as you turn to the north, you can see Castle Ravenloft sat on the promontory of this rock, huge rock above you, as the peal of thunder rolls over you. As Tala hits us with some classic orchestral organ music. So, I mean, it's an open question, just in case you wanted to do anything other than go straight into the Burgomaster's mansion. But this session is yours. The story is yours, ladies and gentlemen. What would you like to do with it this evening?
All I'll say, if it's hammering it down with rain, Farrow's literally trying to clean himself off in the rain.
Oh, you're so
Because we're still a bit... Yeah.
Bit gross.
nice.
Yeah, you're
Yeah, I
reasonably
think I'm
successful
going
with that. There's still staining on your clothes, and you still find bits of sinew, bits of tissue, bits of clotted blood here, there, and everywhere until you can clean it out of a proper bath and wash your clothes.
Or if I just buy replacements, might be better with this amount of blood, if we're being honest.
So, yeah, I think we may as well just go in.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you start to approach, it would be Farrow that hears voices from the other side of the door inside the Burgomaster's mansion. You hear a man and a woman talking, and the woman seems to be animated. Do you wish to continue forwards?
I would try and listen in if I can. So I would
Yeah,
like hold
maybe.
a hand up and just.
Okay. Roll a perception check for me then, please.
Certainly can. Oof.
Does she
14.
seem? Is she like animated, like just like hungry, like just a bit anxious? Is it tell?
Did you want to roll a perception as well then?
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
While you're there, Farrow's held his hand up so you can all listen out now. 16. Okay. It's you can tell that it's an argument between the two. You can hear now Ismark, his voice reasonably clear, trying to say, no, it's all right. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. But if we need to do it your way, we need to do it your way. But you need to leave. And the woman, with a 14 and a 16, is not enough for me to tell you what the woman's talking about. It's almost as if she's facing away from you and Ismark's facing towards you, towards the door. So you're not entirely sure what her problem is with what Ismark's suggesting. But as you stop to listen, we'll say it's Tala that notices the claw marks from around the building. You spot now wolf prints. You've been tracking these prints for a long, long time. And as Farrow and Horace stop to look, you notice clear wolf prints all the way around the mansion as you follow them around.
I mean, can I see a clear trail as to where they lead away, where they've tried to get in?
Let's have a survival check from you then, please, Sammi. Got to think up an excuse to make Leah roll a dice in a second. 10.
Would it be reasonable that Pippa's seeing Tala looking at the floor? Pippa's like, "Oh, those prints are huge. Like, what even is that?" And just starts to track them with her eyes and look around at them, just trying to be like, they're the biggest. They look like the
biggest prints I ever seen.
They be the goddamn biggest paw prints I ever did see.
Does
Nice.
she put her hand in the paw print for a size thing?
Yeah.
It's the Jurassic episode. I'll tell you what you could do for me then, Leah, because with a survival of 10, Sammi, you do see them circle around the house, and you can't tell where they came from, but you do see them leave. But they're sort of in and out, so there's not a sort of a path. You've not discovered a particular
direct
path. Yeah. Do you want to make a check as well then, Pippa? I mean, I will allow you an investigation if that's better for you.
Both that are exactly the same.
Crack on. Billy Boots.
I'll do an investigation because that makes more sense.
Okay.
Because she'll be looking at what other people are looking at. It won't. 9 plus 6 though.
You've both spotted humanoid footprints and wolf footprints going around the mansion, but again, I'm not entirely sure what's going on. The conversation inside seems to have come to some form of conclusion, though. It's all gone quiet as the rain continues to clatter down around you.
I will turn to Farrow and went, "It looks like they've been here. Can you see which way they've gone?"
Yeah, so Farrow will now. I think he was more focused on the conversation, more focused on the present, if that makes sense, rather than what they would do in Barovia. But with that being pointed out, he would also start looking at trying to discern tracks, numbers, direction, and all that kind of jazz.
Sure. Make your roll. Survival, probably.
Survival, yeah. Do I get a... Oh, no, I'm not using the book, so I don't. I'll answer that question for myself. Why? You're on an 18 and you rolled to a 2 dice. You betrayed me.
That's
Train
what they
all of
do.
us today.
That's what they do. Yeah. So similarly, you're not able to fill in the picture any more than you're already aware.
I mean, it makes sense. We've just come out of a death house. Although we've had a minute to relax, we're still battered, bruised, been through a lot. You know.
Okay. Leah's nipped off and the gangsters come back. Oh, no. Yeah.
Like the least hardcore gangster in the history of gangsters
You've
ever.
got nothing on not being a hardcore gangster. That's this guy. I'm proud of it. So let's take you to the mansion then. If you've concluded your business, you've had to check around as much as you can. The conversation's inside. So what did you want to do? Do you want to knock on the door? Do you want to storm on through? Do you want to knock and run? What?
Well, we're expected, so Farrow look around and went, just knock.
Yeah.
Okay. So it within 30 seconds, the door swings open and Ismark is stood there. As we know, blonde fella, quite good looking, reasonably well attired, a little bit ragged. He'll say, "Thank you so much for coming. Please come on in." And he shows you inside the mansion, the interior of which is well furnished, yet the fixtures show signs of great wear. Noticeable oddities are the boarded up windows and the presence of holy symbols in every room. Right across from him is a very, very attractive, auburn-haired, stern-looking human woman. Let me give you, because this is the first time we've met Irina, I'll give you the...
Are all the holy symbols like for one particular like deity or religion, or is it are they like, you know, does it seem like they're kind of like trying to play on multiple different deities?
I like where you're coming from. That it is the same symbol repeated in various guises. So there'll be sort of perhaps a silver symbol. What I will ask, as you've asked the question though, Josh, Horace can have a religion check, just to see if you can relate this same symbol to a deity that you would be aware of.
Okay.
That would also be very interested, but I shall let Horace.
12.
But it's just a 12.
Go on then, you roll it as well then.
Ooh, 21.
There we go.
Yep.
So, yeah, these are symbols to a deity of light. It's a sun. I mean, I'll give you that for free. You don't need a religious check for this. Horace, as you're looking, you would... where are you from? Were you Faerun? Forgotten Realms?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you would be thinking Lathander, maybe. Similarly with you, Sammi, you'd but something in the back of your mind, there's a particular half of this shape. Is the top half is a sun, the bottom half isn't. More of a moon, and with your affiliation with Saloon or Saluna, depending on how you want to pronounce it, you suddenly think, wait a minute, this isn't Lathander. And you're reminded of an ancient old bit of text that you read once of a deity known as the Morning Lord and Mother Night. And this symbol seems to represent the Morning Lord and Mother Night. So that's Irina from the campaign art. She's. I mean, this is the campaign art, so I'm not going to have her dressed in armor, holding a sword. But she's sort of stood in reasonably like Ismark, it's good quality clothes, but they've seen better times.
Do you mind forcing that again? Sorry, Dave.
I can.
Got a black screen for me.
Right, hold
You
on.
can see it on the stream though.
Was it nice?
I know why. I know why. Sorry, that's my fault. There you go.
Yeah.
Got it.
In S.
So Ismark will say, Horace, Pippa, Tala, Farrow, may I introduce Irina, my sister? And Irina will bow to you cordially. And you could see that Irina seems to have been in distress recently. Her eyes are sallow. They're red-rimmed as well. She holds herself very proudly, and you can see that she looks almost as if she's daring you to point out the fact that she's looking dishevelled and upset. She looks quite fierce, quite haughty. But she will say, welcome to our home. My brother, I believe, has promised you sanctuary for this evening. We have rooms set aside for you. Make yourselves at home. What is ours is yours.
Farrell Baum returned to say, my lady, I apologise for our dishevelled state. We've been through. Been through a few things.
This is Barovia. We all go through things. And you can see just behind her is a coffin in a side room. And she points towards it. This is a homemade coffin. It looks like it's been thrown together by people that have no inclination towards carpentry at all. And she'll point and say, this is my late father. He died 3 days ago. This is Barovia. These things happen.
Yeah, my sympathies.
So Ismark will now turn to you, and he will say, so I will open the conversation to these four, Irina, if with your permission. And she sort of nods. And he will say, I have called you here so that you may rest, and I've also called you here so that you will help me. Help Irina get to safety from the shadow of Castle Ravenloft. Irina here, however, refuses to go anywhere until father has been buried at the family plot at the church. And you can see she's very stiff, very straight, and he will say, so I have, I'm afraid, one further question, one further request. Tomorrow, would you come with us to the church to bury our father?
Of course. May I inquire, is this the church where the Reverend's son appears a bit dishevelled himself?
That is the only church in the village of Barovia. Yes, that's where the family plot is.
If you don't mind, I think it would be wise for us to go check it out ourselves first.
By all means.
Can I also ask the following of the Reverend there, the priest there, who is the deity that he worships?
That would be the Morning Lord. Most Barovians have. There's only ever been two deities in Barovia: the Morning Lord and the Night Mother. But Donovich, the Reverend, as you say, of the local church, is a disciple of the Morning Lord.
Could you tell me a little bit more about the Morning Lord and I believe the Mother of Night? They are deities that I have heard of, though my knowledge is limited, unfortunately.
Yeah, we Barovians are simple folk. Since the devil has arrived, not many people continue to worship anyone. What is the point when no voice from beyond is allowed into these lands? But rumour has it that the Morning Lord and Mother Night lived in harmony. They guided over the land. As the name suggests, I know that other deities, other powers exist in the greater multiverse, which obviously we're trapped here from. But they are not night and day, good and evil. They swing around as you would expect, and creatures of the night time do tend to follow Mother Night. Creatures of the light, such that it is in Barovia, follow the Morning Lord. Most of the churches, the monasteries and temples in Barovia are dedicated to both. But no one has seen any direct evidence that either of them actually exist for generations now.
What would have been the last the last evidence of the Morning Lord or the Mother Night?
Well, in the village here, we are quite isolated. We don't receive much news from beyond the village itself. We did hear rumour that in the village of Kresk, a divine presence came to cleanse the monastery there. The was dedicated to Saint Markovia. There is there is still sacred ground in Vallaki, which is the reason I want Irina to go there. But there's no concrete evidence to suggest that any deity is getting involved in the day-to-day affairs of Barovians as a rule.
Well, I think we should certainly get ourselves cleaned up. And would you be open to potentially waiting till the afternoon if we were to go in the morning to bury your father? Addressing Irina.
Okay, let's have a persuasion check with that then.
No! It went from a 19 to a natural 1!
Onto a natural 1. Irina says, you only because you could smell. He's been there for 3 days, and they've tried to disguise it with herbs and flowers. And Irina, when you look at her, you can see her proud demeanor wobbles slightly, and you can see a lip quiver, and she'll say, "I would rather sooner rather than later." The villagers, they know that I have the eye of the devil, and they will not help us. I am asking you to help us with all urgency to see my father, given his proper respect and burial.
Of course.
That makes sense.
When
That you would want. That makes sense. That you would want him to have a proper burial. If I've been misinformed, I'd love to be correctly informed. But if the priest is having problems with his son to the point where people are not even attending the church ground, would that be a proper burial for your father? Would that be the kind of cloud to bury him under? We can take him. We can come with you. And we will help you. The last indignity I know I would like for a member of my family would be to have the ceremony of their burial disturbed by the screaming of a raving reverend's son.
I understand and I appreciate what you're meaning. The plot has all been arranged. It's all outside, and your teammate rolled a natural one. So we are. There's the screaming. We've all heard the screaming, which is why, as you quite rightly say, the villagers stay away. But the ceremony itself will be outside. We won't be near the screaming inside the church.
Perhaps we can attend this funeral and then, before we leave, investigate what's exactly going on. 2 birds, 1 stone, and all that.
Although you speak of catching the eye of the devil, is this a particular affliction you're referring to, or are you referring to the devil himself and catching his attention?
Okay. Let's yeah, she will at this point. I'm trying to figure out if there's going to be a roll involved, but no, I'm not. She will at this point. You can see now she's got this neckerchief out, this white silk neckerchief, and she takes a step towards you and pulls it down, and you can see it's red with bite marks. And she will say, when I say I have no recollection of this, it is cloudy, it is hazy, but all of us know the signs. And she'll point again and she'll say, I have the devil's eye.
Tell how fresh these bite marks are.
Medicine check.
Medicine. I was going to say, I think, to be honest.
Oh, a natural 1. 2, and it rolled off a natural 20.
Oh, dear. What is happening?
It is difficult to tell. She very quickly covers up again. You can tell that it took her a second to give herself strength to show them to you in the first place. But she doesn't want the rest of it examining, and she covers up pretty quickly. So when there's a pause, Ismark's sort of looking around, and he'll say, "So, ladies and gentlemen, I know that you are exhausted, and for you, Pippa, there is rooms, there's a bath, there is a change of clothes. If each of you will be assigned a room, if you leave your clothes out, Irina and I will make sure that we clean them as best as we can. We have food, what little food we have. We do have wine. Unless you have any other questions, I suggest we turn in for the night and prepare ourselves for my father's funeral in the morning.
I still think it's worth checking it out beforehand.
What time's the funeral? Because so I know when to like wake up.
The nasty dungeon master is going to say exactly 8 hours from now.
Oh, rude. And is Pippa meant to get her morning reading done? Excuse me.
Can drinking an entire flagon of wine be counted towards a long rest?
Amazing. You could always try.
Yeah, why not? Go crazy.
Pippa's going to go to bed.
Okay.
Barrow will just take some water and a small. He'll try not to take too much, knowing they don't have much. A small meal, and then he'll try and clean himself off as best he can with the resources available and go to sleep.
Okay, right.
Pippa's going to have a long look at Horace just before they go upstairs and be like, does he look ill? Or in any way affected by the pies he's consumed?
I imagine Horace would be thirsty as fuck more than anything else. Yeah, exactly. So he's just thirsty. So he's just like grabbing some water, grabbing some wine, and just like necking it before going and getting clean and going to bed. So you'd probably just see him like with like a flag
looking as like
just like chugging it. Yeah.
But no,
just looks at the pie and is there like, fuck it, eats the pie. She doesn't take anything from them, but eats the pie.
The pie is absolutely delicious.
See, there's definitely something wrong with it. It's too nice.
Before
Too nice.
Pippa runs away, I'm going to whisper to her very delicately. In a moment, is there any chance you could see if there is any form of magic in this house, divine or otherwise?
Yep. I figure a check like that might be best behind closed doors.
Yeah. And I will also approach Irina, and I will say, may I approach your father?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, can I see him, or is it just a contained coffin?
It's an open coffin.
That's half your problem.
That's the smell. I mean, can I see how he died? Obviously, we were told that he died in the attack, but
you can have. In fact, no. As you're looking over, Irina will stand with you, and she will say, "The attacks were relentless, night after night, for weeks on end, until eventually my father's heart, 3 nights ago, gave out, and he just dropped on the spot, dead." And as you look over, there's no obvious marks. There's no trauma to the body.
in that case, Tala will put her hand out over his head, over his eyes, and just say, as the silver moon waxes and wanes, so too does all life, and bring a hand across his face.
Nice. Very nice.
And then
so
retreat.
Cool. As Pippa, you complete your casting of detect magic, and you have a little recce around the Burgomaster's mansion. There's no magic in the building.
No.
Okay. And I assume on the way to bed, there's none of these symbols that jump out. Not in a sense of magic, but nothing.
No.
Symbolically jumps out.
No, they all seem to be exactly the same symbol, but there's nothing inherently magic about them.
I think as Horace would kind of be. I mean, would it be immediately obvious like where Irene has gone to? Like, is her room like essentially? I'd be interested just to have a listen, like outside of a room, and just see what's secured.
Well, she doesn't seem to leave. In fact, the room that her father's in is like in a side room, but it's a room with only one entrance. And she doesn't seem to leave there. It's right in the center of the house, and she doesn't seem to want to leave that room. And now that you're sort of hovering around, you can see, perhaps in a cupboard just near the corner. She'll pull out a blanket, perhaps a pillow, as if she's going to make herself comfortable here. Ismark at this point passes nearby, and he'll say, We thought it best that Irina stay away from windows and doors. She's been sleeping in this room with Father for 3 nights to try and stay away from the influence of the devil. It's not been very comfortable for her.
Is this? There's a really side question. Is the smell from the dad really bad? Is it like we're instantly aware of it?
It's not instantly aware that, like I say, they've done their best with herbs and flowers and things, but it's there.
Yeah. Again, really random. If I was just going to walk into like the area and go and talk to Irina just for a moment, and just be like, I don't have incense, which would be probably better than this. But my people, we grow this, and it's a little leather packet with a symbol of a golden hair on it, and inside, when she opens it, it's the finest tobaccos. It's a different smell. If you'd like, it's the best I could think of. And she doesn't wait for a response. She's just like, that's all I could think of. Leaves. With her detect magic just like zoning around her, going, oh no, there's nothing here.
Okay. So you do as you leave. There is sort of a second's pause as you've handed it over and then left, and you catch just in the corner is that Irene is just about to say, "Thank you." Oh, she's gone.
Thank you. Planting seeds, people. Planting seeds.
Planting seeds.
You don't call in favors when you first gain them.
Playing the long game. Okay, so should we take
Strahd or Pippa?
Pippa is the big bad. She just doesn't know it.
Small bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, 3'1" of her.
So should we take us to night time then, unless we have any other business?
Do
it.
So the only other thing I can think of is in seeing that Irina is essentially bunking down with her dad, and Ismark's reasoning is offering that we also stand watch. We take turns standing watch over her, providing that she accepts it.
Yeah, well, Ismark on her behalf would say that would be appreciated. If on a number of occasions I've seen her walking towards the window and I've had to stop her myself, it's been exhausting. So any help you could give us would be.
Would that affect our rest?
No.
I'm selfish. Okay, good.
Not that I'm being self-interested or anything like that.
You can't help other people unless you're right yourself, Josh. That's rule 1. So let's do it. Let's go. So you take it in turns. I'm not going to labour the point. We've covered all the grounds here. You can go ahead and have your long rest. What I am going to tell you is, for Horace and Pippa, you have a wonderful night's sleep.
Yes.
For Tala and Farrow, your night is disturbed. I'm not going to give you any penalties, many mechanical penalties, but you do not feel rested when you wake in the morning. And more than that, I'm going to pick on you first, Sammi. If Tala was to have a nightmare, now this can be as short and as simple as you like, but would there be a particularly reoccurring nightmare or a new nightmare that would enter into Tala's dreams?
I imagine it would be a reoccurring nightmare. Am I to describe?
If we think of it from a cinematic perspective, we're not in your head. But if you were to wake up, and this is going to be the same for Farrow as well, would there be? I mean, let's say you're sharing a room with Pippa. Would Pippa see or hear you? Well done, Leah. Would Pippa see or hear you say something or do something, or anything external?
My
bubble broke.
That's fair. I think more than anything at this point, it would be the sort of sudden shake of waking up, the complete sweat, just pulsing off Tala.
Okay, righto. So she jerks awake, rolls over, and you can see her going through the motions of this disturbed sleep throughout the night. So same question for Farrow then. If you're, as you're taking turns watching, perhaps two of you watch at the same time. So we'll have you and Horace. Why not? Would there be any external sign of you having a disturbed sleep?
100% yes. So he would wake up like cold sweating again, but he would roll over and start retching and be kind of almost panic grabbing for water, trying to find a drink. And it's pure, so he's not trying to be quiet about it because he's in pure panic mode when he does this.
You say we're doing watches, so would Horace be essentially awake while Farrow's kind of sleeping?
Yes, we'll have you both sort of positioned near to Irina, so you can keep an eye on her. But you've sort of swapped over, so Farrow's nudged Horace to wake you up, and as Farrow nods off, he'll perhaps have an hour or two. He looks peaceful, and then this happens. So you do see it all.
I think, if Horace kind of is noticing that and noticing kind of Farrow scrambling for water or whatever, Horace would kind of get up and just maybe put a hand on his shoulder and help him with the water, and just kind of
as soon as you touch him, he not shies away, but he goes to attack you with his fist, and when he realizes it's you, he stops and takes a deep breath. Sorry.
I think Horace being a scaredy cat would probably just almost shriek actually, and he'd be like, no, and he'd probably shriek and check over his shoulder and be like, oh shit, I've just woken Irina up, and be looking over his shoulder to see if Irina's still sleeping, and then he'd say, no, it's okay. It's just I saw you were having a bad dream.
Sorry, it's been a rough couple of days. Sorry. And he kind of just And he's already quite sallow and got quite a sunken face, but it looks worse. His skin's even more pale. The rings around his eyes are even darker. It doesn't, but
I think
he's trying to pat you on the shoulder.
Yeah, I would just say, it's definitely been a difficult few days. And no one can fault you for feeling unwell or feeling uneasy at this time. It's quite all right. If you want to stay awake with me, that's fine. But if you want to continue to rest, I'll keep watch.
Try and get some sleep. God knows what tomorrow's going to bring, but thank you. And he kind of just gives your shoulder a bit of a squeeze, and he'll try and get back to sleep.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, you manage to sleep. There's with Tala and Farrow, you do have these recurring nightmares every couple of hours. You like I say, you do benefit from a long rest, but it's exhausting. But you also see that Horace has it's the cartoon image. As that's all right. As Horace wakes, like a rainbow of sunshine. And Pippa as well skips down the stairs with her clean clothes, and she's properly well rested. The morning outside is continuing to rain. It's still overcast. Ismark, you'll see him next to one of the shutters as he sort of pulls it to one side and looks outside. And he'll turn back to you and say, it's a typical Barovian morning. It's another feature of these lands. The sun does not break through the clouds and hasn't done for 400, 500 years.
It's a long time to have been alive.
By reports, my friend. By report. At this point, Sammi, would Tala make a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
$21.
So Irene awakes, cleans herself, makes sure that you've got everything that you need. So have you clicked your long rest buttons? If you haven't, go ahead.
How does one roll dice that only I can see, or only you and I can see, Dave?
If you right click the dice and go to self.
Or Dungeon Master.
Or to Dungeon Master, yeah.
Save either.
So I was just checking which everything's fine, guys.
I have to do the same thing,
Yeah.
but I use my left hand to know if it doesn't make the right L, it's not the left hand.
Yep. Nice.
So that was to self, yeah. Is there a reason you're doing this that you need to...
Really, Dave? Yes, there is.
Oh, yes. Actually, I know why.
Do you want me to tell everybody why, or...?
No, save it for a special surprise.
Oh boy, a special surprise.
It's not. It's a good thing. It's an amazing feature. I think we mentioned it anyway.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Has
it come back to you?
Yes. Yes. That is a special surprise.
Yeah. Don't forget to click your long rest, Leah, as well. It looks like you're on 11 hit points on my...
Am I not rested yet?
On my technology.
No, I'm not rested.
You have to press it, and then you have to press confirm.
Take a long rest. Yes, I would love to take a long rest. Thank you.
Tidy.
I'm now long rested.
Okay, so Irina looks around you all and she will say, well, thank you. Thank you all for doing this in advance. I don't expect any of the villagers to come out. As soon as they see me, they'll probably shut their doors and lock themselves away. Ismark will walk over to the coffin and he will say, forgive me for saying, Pippa, but I don't think you're going to be much use to us here in terms of carrying the coffin, but the rest of you willing, may I suggest, Tala, you walk in front as our divine representative. And he'll take up position at the front with Irina, with Farrow and Horace at the back.
I only laugh because of the extreme height difference between Farrow and so it's going to be a very crooked carriage.
It is. I was thinking that as Farrow sort of looks over at Horace and says, "Stoop down, dickhead."
Imagine Horace would probably like take position last, so everyone's kind of got it like relatively level, and then I'd just come to the back and then like stand up straight, and the whole thing would just come up.
Yeah. So I think they'd probably find some kind of wooden. They'd find some kind of wooden support for the rest of their shoulders to sit on, so the coffin's reasonably level. But you make your way through the street of the village of Barovia, if I can find it again. Village of Barovia. There you go. Let me force this for you. So you're going from the Burgomaster's mansion here. Oh, 1 second. Someone's not loaded it up. So from down south along the main street, and northwest towards the church. So all the way along there. Top, a slight rise against the roots of the pillar stone that support Castle Ravenloft stands a grey, sagging edifice of stone and wood. This church has obviously weathered the assaults of evil for centuries on end, and it is worn and weary. A bell tower rises towards the back, and flickering light shines through holes in the shingled roof. The rafters strain feebly against their load. Stood outside is in very plain priest vestments an elderly human male, which I will show you when I make invisible to you, which I've remembered to do this time. And this fella is, like everybody else that you've seen, is very pale. He's a little bit better fed than everyone else, and there's a very definite red glow to his nose. But you can tell from this distance that he has not slept for quite some time. And he seems to be outside just getting a breath of fresh air. From inside, you can hear what sounds like a scream. It doesn't surprise you. You were prepared for it. And this scream makes this elderly human gentleman in front of you now twitch. And he's got this nervous look about him and this sighs, and he clasps his hands together as he will say, "Oh, greetings to you all. I believe you're here for the burial of the Burgomaster."
Was the scream man, woman, child?
Appeared to be a man.
Okay.
But in this instance, Farrow's going to stay quiet until spoken to. He's going to let Irina and Ismark. Names Ismark. Contact the leaders. It's their father's funeral, so we're just here to
Well, it's your dad.
So you're going to let the DM role play with himself. Ismark will say, Father Donovich, may I introduce everyone else? Horace, Pippa, Tala, Wyndam. And Donovich at this point will say, outsiders, so how interesting. May I insist that we go inside for the start of the service? And Irina at this point looks around at you all for support. In your face, Tom.
Ha!
I'm trying to be respectful. For a funeral here.
Just try to be respectful here, man.
Will that screaming still be going on during the service?
So you hear the scream again, and the twitch appears on Donovich's face, and he'll say, Ismark introduced him as Donovich. I don't know if I did that bit. And Donovich will say, please ignore that. But that is one of the reasons that I would like you to come inside. The Morning Lord has chosen you for a special purpose. I have prayed and played, and he has delivered you to me. And you are the answer to my prayers. Come inside with me.
Father.
At this point, Tala will halt and she'll say, Father, I appreciate the Morning Lord has chosen to speak to you. However, at this present time, we are here to say goodbye to loved ones. And in the interest of your sanity and the people of Barovia, let us resume this burial quietly and in the peace of I can't think of what you call it, the family plot.
Okay. Have a persuasion check for me on that one then.
I will give myself guidance.
That seems reasonable to me.
Probably wise.
Persuasion.
Being persuaded.
And I am still going to add the D4.
Yeah. Okay.
13.
13. So he will sort of look you over and he'll say, you seem to be a divine practitioner yourself. Okay. Well, in which case, we will have an accord between us, two followers of the divine. If I perform the ceremony, you will assist me with my son when we are complete.
We will do our best to help you, Father.
This is appreciated. Okay, in which case, follow me around the side. So he takes you now, instead of going through the church itself, he goes round the side to the family plot. The everything seems prepared. Ismark would have told you the night before that they've been waiting to do this for a while, so that the ground has been dug, the grave has been dug, the plot has been prepared. It is an open grave as it stands. The coffin is sealed, and Donovich starts launching into his what I was going to say, dearly beloved, but that's what you say at the start of a wedding, isn't it? Yeah. Yes, we're. Go on, Josh. What's it?
We are gathered here today.
We are gathered here today to remember the life and times of Kalyan and Dindart. And there's a drone. You can no longer hear the scream. It's still very overcast. As the four of you are stood to one side of the grave, over the other side is Irina, Ismark, and Donovich. And the first inclination that something's wrong is you can hear a sharp intake of breath from Irina, and she seems to be looking over your shoulders from behind you.
Oh, thank you.
I would. turn. Hands on, weapons.
Okay.
You still holding a coffin?
No, the coffin.
hope not.
The coffin's now.
Yes. could you imagine?
So from behind you now, you can see as you turn around, you see an elf appear. Long, dark hair, dark complexion. But this fellow is well dressed, fur collar, leather armor, very, very richly dressed with a jeweled, scabbarded sword scimitar at his hip. Ismark has the presence of mind to whisper to you. Before this fella's within earshot, he will say, "It is Riotin. It is Strahd's man. Show him respect." And then Ismark, who is now the burgomaster of this village, lowers his head as this elf character arrives. Anyone want to do anything?
I will also bow my head.
Farrow will let go of the hilt of his scimitar and similarly, probably not bow so much as kind of just nod, but it's a respectful nod, but he's not going to bow.
Okay.
Horace is doing what he does best, standing there looking confused.
Looks at him.
Okay. So as this character starts to approach, you all simultaneously notice something very bizarre about this character. As he gets within about 15 feet of you, nothing seems untoward. But as he gets within 10 feet of you and turns up at the grave side, so he's now, if you're stood to the west grave, Ismark and Esmeralda, Ismark and Irene are to the east. He's now to the south of the coffin, so he's within 10 feet of all of you. And you can start to hear screams emanating from this elf. And this is screams of women and children calling, pleading for help, and then screaming in pain. And all of it is emanating from this elf. Donovich has gone completely pale and quiet, with his head bowed. And as the elf comes to a stop next to the graveside, in a very nasal voice, he will say, "Greetings, apologies for the interruption. My name, for those of you who don't know me, is Rahadin. I am Chamberlain to our master. He sends his condolences and apologies that he could not be here in person. Please, Father, continue." Rahadin, Sammi.
Is as he's kind of speaking, is the screaming like continuing?
The screaming is constant, and it is women and children and babies crying and then gurgling as if something horrific has happened to them, and then it'll be more women and children continuing to scream.
Okay. I think like initially, like kind of like as he heard the scream, like Horace kind of again would have like jumped back and kind of almost like have his like hands over his ears, like kind of squeezing his eyes shut. And then as it kind of continues, he'd be like, then he'd like still hands over his ears, but like open his eyes, looking around to see if like it seems that everyone else can hear this, or if it's just in his head, if it's just him hearing it, and like looking at the reactions of the others.
You can see Farrow's right eye is twitching. He's got it kind of like twitch, but he's trying very much not to react otherwise.
And can we actually hear Rahadin like talking like over the screams?
Yeah. It's a bizarre thing. Is the best way to describe it to you is you cover your ears up. It makes no difference to the sound. Whereas when Rahadin is talking, you can hear him plainly. It's almost as if the screams are in your mind, but they are clearly emanating from this elf.
Horror of screams. Let's do this funeral. Let's get through it.
So Donovich sort of nervously bows. Where was I? Dearly beloved, no. And he does stutter his way through. Irina now is, you can see Ismark's moved into a position where he's trying to get between Rahadin and Irina, but she's trying to keep it together and failing. And you can see her head bowed and her shoulders start to quake and her head starts to wobble. You can see her crying, but it's only since this elf, she'd held herself together all up until this elf appeared. And as you sort of try and take in the situation, you can see him sneering. He's enjoying this. He's enjoying the effect he's having on everyone here. As Donovich continues, stumbles his way.
I think as again, like as the screaming's like continuing, like Horace is also going to get like progressively like more and more like irritable, like starting to kind of like he's keeping his hands over his ears and he's kind of like almost like starting to like mutter to himself, and he's like twitching as well.
Okay. Again, as you do this, the rest of you see as Horace is getting a little bit more agitated. Rahadin is enjoying this. He's smirking as he sort of sits back, rests one hand on the pommel of his scimitar, and just smiles over all of you. As Donovich starts to bring the funeral to a conclusion. And so we say a final peace and a prayer to the Morning Lords and Mother Night, and take our... And it draws to a conclusion as he now gestures towards Rahadin, and he will say, and does anybody wish to have any final words to say? And Irina chokes back another sob as you see her shake her head. Ismark is barely holding it together as, again, he sort of motions. You got the impression that they were both going to say something. They were both going to honour their father, but they no longer wish to. As Rahadin smirks at you all.
Is it clear? Is it obvious that he is the source of this noise?
So, yeah. So we've got to the end of kind of officially. Anyone would like to say any words? Is what we've said.
Yes.
Right. This is either going to be really clever or really like a disaster.
Do it.
So Pippa seen all of this and her jaw just been clenched. Not because obviously the screams are disturbing, but it's upsetting her more that the people around her are getting upset by it, rather than she's getting upset by it. And he goes, anybody want to say any words? And she says, from what I've seen of this family, words not need to be said or fall on deaf ears. I can tell these kids loved their father. They know father knows wherever he is. He knows. I I think this ceremony has come to its natural end. And we should leave those who are closest to him, his relatives, to grieve him in a moment that is private from those who are not his relatives. Because I know that all of us would not like to be rude. As those of good breeding never give offence by accident.
No.
That sounds like
And
an
all of that was said directly to him. She didn't look at anybody else. She just looked at him the whole time.
Roll intimidation.
Guidance.
Yeah, as Tala
Oh my
reaches
god,
out
what is
and
my
puts,
intimidation?
and
Okay,
puts a hand on
so-
your shoulder.
Oh my lord.
D4.
Oh, it's not
Okay.
going to be good, team.
Let me
A
have.
halfling, I'll take it.
Nope, it's
Yes.
awful.
Solid 8.
But you can reroll
So
once
it's an 8.
Did I roll on that one?
on
That's
the
not-
D4. You did, yeah.
Waiting for a decision from Dave.
So there's a
Oh,
sneer.
no, I changed my mind. I rolled a 17.
Yeah.
Sorry, next time I will do it properly. I just completely forgot. And then I looked down on my flipping piece of paper and was there like...
Yeah.
Okay,
roll a
so
17.
there's a sneer from this elf as he says,
Remembered.
yeah, as he'll say, interesting. The latest batch appears to have some spine. We shall meet again.
Look forward to it.
Yeah. Tough talk. I'd like to think Rahadin was the type that would click his heels together in a sharp motion.
Flick his cape back at the same time.
Definitely, yeah. And as he walks away, the scream goes with him. Clear. I mean, I've made it clear anyway. It's definitely coming from him, but there's no doubt now that the scream was coming from Rahadin. So Irina will look up to Pippa and she'll say, "Oh, thank you for your words. That really was. I don't know if that was brave or stupid, but I want you to know it was appreciated. But you stay now that he's gone." But she does look towards Donovich and she'll say, "Father, we will see you inside." And she clearly seems to be dismissing him. But you've now allowed them to say their little pieces, which they'll do, which if I was a better dungeon master, I would do, but I can't be asked. So, Ismark now looks towards the four of you and he'll say, if you'll forgive Irina, myself and Irina, we would like to go back to our house and just collect our thoughts while you conduct your business with Donovich, whatever he asks. And then it's almost a forceful and Irina, you will make ready to travel. Agreed? And Irina will sort of say, agreed. When these four are ready to take me, I will go with them wherever they think necessary to keep me safe. Okay. So they two wander
Before
off.
they leave.
Yeah.
Tala's going to reach out and say, I understand this is an extremely delicate time. And it is going to be poor timing to ask. What was he?
It's It'll be Irina. I'll take them because you're going to be dealing mostly with Irina. She will say it's difficult to tell. We know as an elf, he's not young as far as the generations have informed us. He has been the Chamberlain. He's been the Devil's right-hand man for as long as the Devil has been around. We know that he has committed atrocities in the Devil's name, and we believe that the screams that we hear are the screams of his victims over the many years that he has worked for the Devil. As to what he is, we believe he is just an elf, a particularly nasty, vindictive elf, but there's certainly nothing supernatural about him other than the screams.
On this.
Tala will say, like, as they leave, sort of made the moonlight your way, and as they return home.
Yeah. Ismark will sort of pressure the point, labour the point, and he'll say, "We'll see you soon. As soon as you've conducted your businesses, Irina will be ready to move further west, ideally to Vallaki, to the Church of St. Andrew." It's Church of St. Andrew. I'll check. It is called that.
No,
St. Andrew's Church. Yeah, that's where he's wanting you to take.
Andrew.
So they disappear. You enter the.
So immediately turns to everyone and is like, "Okay, everyone good?"
Horace is still probably like he's still kind of like hands over the ears, like almost like rocking at this point, like muttering to himself. Probably, I don't know what he probably should be like, just like no, not this, no.
Farrow's going to step up. He's going to put his hand upwards onto the big man's, onto Horace's shoulder. As you say, it's okay.
I think again, almost like in the same way that kind of Farrow would have last night. Again, like Horace jumps back, almost like reaches for his greatsword, like kind of off his back, and he's like jumping back, and he's kind of like, before kind of I guess like looking around, sort of dazed, just like, what happened?
I think Tala would turn around and say, "You're not going mad. There was evil emanating from that elf. The cries of women and children deceased. You're not going mad."
I'd very much like to kill that man should I get the opportunity.
I'd like to help you.
I'm sorry.
You have nothing to apologise.
Not apologise.
Just, I wish I could have been of more use. I could.
No, you were perfect. You were perfect. In that guy, have him think he's got something on you is perfect. The only one he's looking at is this tiny creature. I'm the one that sassed him. He won't be looking for you when you come for him because he thinks he's got you. Your reaction was perfect. Because now you know he won't get you next time. He thinks he's got you. That's perfect.
You'd almost see a bit of relief kind of wash over Horace's face. He's still like you know, like it's kind of, you see sweat kind of pooling on his forehead. Not pooling, but like kind of like on his forehead. But he just kind of like his face would just relax a bit, and he just kind of like slowly nod, and then but he wouldn't say anything else. He just kind of like slowly.
You got this.
And then I think, but when you say you got this, it give you a little slap on the back.
Shall we go see what our priest friend wants?
Oh, the Donovan. They will not call that man friend. There's something about him. Don't trust him.
I think I preferred the screams to his droning voice.
Lord and Saviour, yeah.
And Farrow, for probably the first time today, is going to grin at Horace as well. I think I might agree with you there.
Yeah.
So into the chapel.
Let's go.
Chapel.
Into the chapel.
Into the chapel. The chapel is in shambles, with overturned and broken pews littering the dusty floor. Dozens of candles mounted in candlesticks and candelabras light every dusty corner in a fervent attempt to rid the chapel of shadows. At the far end of the church sits a claw-scarred altar, behind which kneels Donovich in his, as you've seen, soiled vestments. Next to him hangs a long, thick rope that stretches up into the bell tower. From beneath the chapel floor, you can hear now, quite clearly now that you're inside, a young man's voice saying, "Father, feed me, Father." Again, as this voice carries, Donovich twitches as he rises from his prayers and walks over to you. And he will look directly at Tala and he will say, "And so, as to our bargain." He'll point to a particular room. There's 4 rooms off this main chapel. And as he walks over to it and opens the door, you can see that there's a trap door in the floor with a bolt and padlock across it. "What I require from you, sister, is my son is below. I would ask that you feed him, for I am unable."
What is the nature of the food we are feeding him?
"You will see, he will make it clear to you. Sit down and see my son. Doru is his name, or was his name."
You know what happened to your son, Father?
"I know that he disappeared a year ago and came back to me like this, and ever since he has been screaming, crying to be fed." And you hear him again, "Feed me, Father!" as Donovich twitches.
What is it?
What have you been feeding?
He has had nothing in the past year. He has just been beneath the basement.
Well, perhaps you ought to feed him.
I dare not. I do not know what afflicts him.
I think at this point, Horace is just fucking guy. Is it easy enough just to like walk past him and just carry on? Yeah. And I think to be honest, I think if he's in his way, like Horace would even just like, he wouldn't like push him hard, but he wouldn't step out of his way. Like he wouldn't mind if he just bumped into him with his shoulder as he walked past or something.
Yeah. He's sort of, as you barge past him, you say, the Morning Lord has sent you for a purpose, my son. I will stay out of your way. Here is the key you will need to enter the basement. Do not harm my Doru. He just needs feeding.
Horace would turn.
Not filling me with confidence here, chap.
I think Horace would turn back and like snatch the key out of his hand and be like, "I think we've already established that you could have done that already," and then carry on walking.
Okay. So you open the padlock.
Can I try some? Let me read my spells, Leah.
Okay.
Can I send a message to Darrow through it so he can? Because I know he's there.
Yeah.
I don't have to see him. Just point towards a creature within range, within 120 feet.
Okay.
Could I send a message to him? That would work, even though I don't know him.
Yeah, I don't see why not. What I would stipulate is that you go into the basement so you know his general direction, because otherwise you'd be doing it through the floor, unless the spell specifically says that you can do it through. Yeah,
it says point in the direction of, and then it gets blocked by a foot of stone or wood.
Yeah, you know what? You can. Yeah. Well, it's they're only floorboards. It's. Yeah. No, you can. What's
okay,
so you how does message work? Is it send and receive?
Yeah, so I get 30 words. He gets it's 30 or 25.
I thought it was 25.
1 round, 1 action. Oh no, it's as many words as I like. You point towards a creature within range and whisper a message. Target creature and only the target creature hears you and can reply with a whisper. You can cast this spell through solid objects.
Feed me, Father.
Okay. What would you like to whisper to Doro?
I would like to whisper. Ready to feed you? What should we bring?
So there's a pause, and everything goes still.
So you could hear it in his head.
Yeah. The reply will be, "Just bring yourself."
Pippa grabs onto Tala's arm. I think Pippa makes it very obvious that she's doing something. I asked him what you wanted to eat. He said all we needed to bring with it was ourselves. I don't like it.
Perhaps Donovich should come with us after all.
Maybe we should just...
I was about to turn to Donovich and go...
Carry on.
Turn to Donovich and go, "We shall help feed your son. Would you do us the kind of honours of introducing us first?"
Persuasion.
Oh man, Queen of Persuasion.
Guidance.
I feel like guidance is going to turn into like my favourite word.
Nice.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. So Donovich to this will say, "Well, I suppose it would only be polite. Allow me to lead the way." So this is the first time that you've seen anything like this from Donovich. In fact, if anything, it comes as quite a surprise as he takes out his amulet of the morning Lord, and he will say a prayer over it as the amulet starts to glow. He casts light spell on the amulet, and he goes down into the basement. And as he takes a step down, as the trapdoor opens, there's a ladder goes straight down, and then there's stairs that you can see through his light spell descending further into the basement. And he's checking to make sure that you're following him. And as soon as he gets the impression that you're not following him, he stays and stops until whoever is going first, follows him down the ladder. So who's going to go? Clearly not Leah. Who's going to go next?
Farrell will go first.
Evil
But
warrior.
as he goes to do so, he's going to walk past Pippa and just say, I don't trust him to keep that light up. Or very quietly. And then he'll go first.
Okay.
The cast light on the end of her quarterstaff.
Okay. Okie dokie.
Farrell will slide down the ladder. He won't
Yeah.
climb it. He does that kind of feet to the side and, gloved hands just straight down it. Goes down. He drops down quite quickly.
Yeah. So the
will follow.
as you descend. Sorry, Sammi, go on.
Tala will follow.
Okay, so we've got Farrow, and then Tala, and then Horace, and then Pippa.
Yeah.
Okay. So as Pippa is the last to descend, the church's undercroft has rough-hewn walls and a floor made of damp clay and earth. Rotting wood pillars strain under the weight of the wooden ceiling. Candlelight from the chapel above slips through the cracks, allowing you to glimpse the gaunt shape in the far corner. And this, in the far corner, is a young, emaciated young man who, as he sees you all and his father, as his mouth opens, you can see elongated canines. And as you walk towards him, he will say, "Come closer. I can smell your blood."
The very big fangs you have.
And at this point, Donovich will bolt. He'll turn tail and run
And
past
Tala try and trip him.
Sure. It's quite easy because I think Horace was about to do the same as well. So you can all.
I was going to try and just grab him by the scruff of his collar and almost drag him back.
Okay.
But if you first, then that's absolutely fine. Make my life easy.
So how Doru now is right in the corner, in the northeast corner, and it's a reasonably big space. It's sort of 50 feet across, give or take, perhaps 30 feet deep. What you're all stood at the stairs, which is in the southeast corner. What did you want to do? How did you want to approach?
So have we got hold of Donovich?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Farrow will draw its short sword.
Before anybody can try and do anything untoward, is this creature within 60 feet of me?
Sure.
I would like to attempt. So I assume I can see he is undead.
Yeah.
I would like to attempt to captivate undead.
Okay. What is that?
It is a concentration spell of up to an hour. You usurp the negative energy, animating an undead creature that you can see within range, attempting to take control of it. The target must make a charisma saving throw. On a failed throw for the duration, the target has the charmed condition, ignoring any immunity to that condition, and is friendly towards you. On a successful save, the target has disadvantage on the next attack roll. It makes against you before the start of your next turn.
Right. Full disclosure, I was setting up the battle map while while you were reading that, Sammi. So what I'm going to do is ask you, what is my saving throw?
Cool.
What saving throw am I making?
It would be nice
Charisma.
if it told me, actually. So it was charisma saving throw.
Charisma save. Gotcha.
But I would like it to tell me.
Your
I'd
DC
like
will be
it-
on your spell page. So if you click on
Yeah, it's on your
spell,
character sheet.
it's at the top. You have modify spell attack and save DC.
14. Oh wow! Sorry, I've just seen the picture of the boy.
Mm.
That
He's
boy
not
has got
bad.
pointy teeth.
Okay, he looks like he might be very sad. Right.
Was he? You said he was kind of like backed up in the corner as well. Is he like chained up?
No, he's perfectly free and able, just sort of in a defensive crouch in the corner.
Okay.
Captivate undead. So your spell save DC is 40.
14.
Okay. You use something. Undead. On a successful save, right? Okay. So now he stops hissing. Let me pop this up for you. And all I'll do once it's loaded is I'll just pop Doru a little bit closer to you, the token closer to you. As
I like that Donovich's tokens, like the way he's like looking up at.
I'm sure Donovich has a lazy eye, I would just like to say.
Yeah. So Doru now from the other corner is sort of fascinated by you as he starts. He closes his mouth and he starts shoulders sag as he starts to walk towards you, almost swaying, and he'll say, "Oh, greetings, mistress. How may I be of?" Oh, I can smell your blood. So hungry.
Over. These, and I will point to Horace, and Pippa. These are our friends. And we will not harm our friends, because our friends will help us. Can you tell me what happened to you?
Yes, of course. A year ago, a mighty wizard appeared in these lands. A wizard dressed in black robes. And he gathered a force of the villagers from the village of Barovia and promised us the devil's head. And so we stormed Castle Ravenloft. The villagers, myself included, panicked, and we fled as the wizard was thrown down from the mountain. And then the devil descended upon us, and he slew me, and I was raised as one of his. I can smell blood. I need blood.
I'm sure we can figure that solution out for you shortly. Do you know why the devil turned you? Did he say why he sent you back?
No one knows the mind of the devil, other than he likes to play with his toys and torment those beneath him.
I think.
Does anyone have any questions?
Well, so I think when there's a bit of a silence, Horace is going to grab Donovich, by the scruff of his collar and almost like swing him so he's in front of us. I'll push him forward as well, so I'll step forward, holding Donovich by the scruff of his neck, and I'd almost then start talking to Donovich as well and be like, I think you better give us some answers real soon. I'm not sure how long this charm's going to last. And then, well, it'll be your blood that he's tasting. Kind of like almost like whispering it into his ear as well.
Okay. So Donovich is just a blubbering mess at this. He's, oh, my Daru. I thought my prayers had been answered. And all the while, Doru's just smelling as he goes close to his father now. And you know it's just Tala's spell that's holding him back. As he's sniffing his father as if he's going to tear him apart.
As I'm kind of like holding my hand out to Doro to kind of try and stop him from doing what we know is inevitable. I'm going to turn to Donovich and go, what did the Morning Lord say we would do other than feed your child?
He is still blubbering. It's difficult to figure out what he's actually saying, but eventually you make out, he works in mysterious ways. He did not tell me directly, but you arrived. I've been praying all year and you've arrived. What else was I to think?
The Morning Lord didn't bring us here. I suspect the Lord of this land did. Your prayers were answered by nobody. I suggest we leave. I have no interest in slaying this boy, but if we do not get out of here, we are going to have to.
Agreed.
What of the next chosen by his Morning Lord sent down here to their deaths? What then? I think he's lying. There's no way that it's been a year since he's been fed.
We didn't even think of that.
I will not feed, despite this fool's. I will not knowingly feed him to a monster.
Cannot leave this unnatural being on what should be holy ground.
Let's see how this.
I will also whisper to them as well, like sort of mouth. We cannot basically leave the child standing, unfortunately. This is his fate. But we cannot feed him because he will grow stronger.
Let me take some time before if we're going to do this, at least give me some time. Let me look through my book. There might be a cure for this.
Be quick. I do not know how much longer I will be able to hold him.
Pippa will cast mage armor.
You guys!
Carry on.
So I'm going to pull out Van Richten's Guide to Monsters and I'm going to try and flick through and see if I can find any mention of vampirism. And see if I can find any information about how.
Pippa sees a book and tries to read it too, purely because it's a book. And she never got her chance to do her morning reading.
You would have had chance. That's all part of you. So you've in fact, has anyone seen this book yet? Tom?
Sorry.
Has anyone seen your book yet? I think you've whipped it out once before, haven't you?
Yeah, but
right at the start of the campaign,
yeah. So you're in closer proximity now, so you can see the front cover of this as Farrow's reading through it. It is Van Richten's Guide to Monsters. It seems to be like this heavily thumbed through very old manuscript. So vampirism. Let's have And yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna, because you've got time. You've got an hour, specifically from Control Undead or Captivate Undead, and you're able to find several entries for vampirism, for vampires, for vampire spawn, for vampire lords, and all kinds of things. But you're actually struggling to find any cure for vampirism. There's mention that it's unlikely that all but the most powerful of resurrection magic would work. That's even considering that you can kill the target in question and then resurrect them or raise them back to their natural form. Most spells that deal with that resurrect from their previous form, and the previous form as is undead, so it's not possible. The answer that keeps coming back is a wish.
Ooh.
Van Richten's only answer to vampirism is a wish spell.
I wanna.
But as part of your reading, you do find out that all vampires have weaknesses. They most of it you've already been informed of anyway. Strahd is that arrogant that he doesn't make it a secret that vampires can't enter a residence without an invitation. If they enter running water, they take damage as if they were in acid. A stake through the heart incapacitates if vampire is destroyed if a weapon deals piercing damage is driven to the vampire's heart while the vampire has the incapacitated condition. So if you can incapacitate a vampire and drive a stake through its heart, it's instantly destroyed. Sunlight, and you raise a wry smile as you've been told that sunlight hasn't appeared in Barovia for the past 400 years, would damage a vampire. And they're also able to climb on walls and ceilings as if they were spiders. But that's everything you discover about the nature of specifically vampire spawn.
Yeah. So he's going to kind of say that out loud, but he's just going to say, the ability to cure this is beyond us. Horace let the man go. That's his son.
Fine. And then it'll just almost like shove him off to the side.
Well, he is going to try and make a break to go upstairs, unless you're going to stop him again.
Bearing in mind if he locks us in now.
Yeah, Horace has still got the key. Yeah.
Let him go.
Tala is simply going to argue. This isn't ideal, but Boy's fate has been sealed. There is nothing we can do for him.
I don't like it, but we can't leave him here. We can't risk any more villagers being fed, any villager being fed to this creature. I do not wish to kill this child, but I don't see another way. But thank you for giving me the time to look.
I'm sorry. There is nothing more we can do.
I think Horace, just for like the confirmation as well, would turn to Doru and just say, when was the last time you were fed?
Yeah.
I did keep him.
Oh. And what was it that you ate the last time you were fed?
Let me get my mic right.
Is he smiling like that?
Yep.
Oh, shit. Horace would just say, thank you for your honesty. And then he's pulling out his grey sword and he's gonna swing.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's roll initiative.
Go!
Woohoo!
So exciting, everybody.
God damn it, why does my thing always go? Tools.
Oh no. That's not what I like.
Okay, so you can all see what's about to happen. It's just you, Sammi. Hello, go on. So,
I would like to swap my initiative with Horace, please.
okie dokie.
Because I can. Because I have the feat to do so, and I'm going to do it.
Let's go. Thank
Okay.
you.
Let's do this.
And
And
keep in
also,
mind that I
next
can do that. So if you think that there's a benefit to you going before me, which with my abilities actually there is, speak up, and I'm quite happy to swap with you in initiative.
Can you assign me, please, Mr. DM?
Oh, have you got a different name? Oh, yeah. 1 second. Right. Let me just. I'll have to save your token again. Sorry, just give me 1 second.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. In fairness, I think because I copied this token from a different map. Your other one, the one that, if I'm not being lazy, has got both on it, so it'll remember it for next time. Right, where did I put my PCs? Sorry. There we go.
2 seconds.
Okay, go for it.
Yay!
Oh.
Okay, so it's Horace that acts first. Let's go.
Yeah. Big old swing. I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm literally gonna swing like straight for his neck.
Okay, go for it.
Please make it good. Yes, a 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Woo!
Your damages.
Yeah, man. X savage attacker. I'll roll my damage twice. Minus. That's a 9. That is a 12 for 12 damage.
You going to take the 12?
Yes, please, sir.
Okay, anything else?
No, I think that's all from Horace. Thank you.
Okay, Doru's turn. Doru now. Let me just read on a. If you or any of your allies damage the target or force it to make a saving throw, the spell ends. So the spell has ended. As it ends, it blinks into recognition and looks towards Tala. Hisses as his fangs protrude again as he starts to claw towards Tala. First claw is going to be 9 to hit.
9.
Yeah.
Miss.
Second claw is a natural 1.
Joker.
He is then going, as a bonus action, is going to disengage. He's going to go 5, 10.
No, he's running after
25.
Daddy.
30. In fact, no, I'm going to use his spider climb because it makes it spookier. He's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. up the wall as he scuttles all the way up the wall and ends there at the top of the stairs on his turn. So that's his bonus action to disengage, his action to attack, and then he's used all of his movement this turn as Pippa takes a turn.
I would like to cast Mind Spike.
Okay.
I'll read it to you. You drive a spike of, I can never say this word, you're like the sonic energy, mind energy. Mind of a creature you see within range. Target creature makes a wisdom saving throw, which will be a DC of 14, taking 3d8 psychic damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful one. If you fail, I always know the target's location until the end of the spell.
Nice. I would say psionic.
Psionic, thank you. My brain just looks at that word and just goes, there's letters there. And I'm like, thanks, brain. What do we do with those letters? And they're like, you could make a sound. And I'm like, great, which one? And they're like, just a sound.
I know that feeling. 17 for the saving throw.
Right, so it's half as much.
Yeah.
Of the 3d8 that I'm just about to roll. Oh. Oh, Lord and Saviour. 20, so 10.
That's a good roll, though. Anything else?
And everyone can move through Pippa's square, fine. It's on the run. Yeah, she's going to hang fire, stay where she is.
Okay. Farrow.
So Farrow, as a bonus action, is going to Hunter's Mark him.
Okay.
Oh, perfect.
Done.
And then, as an action, going to cast Entangle.
Okay.
So out of the walls and the floor, these kind of like roots, that's what I'm looking for. Tree roots are just going to come out of all directions and try and grab Doran. So it is a strength saving throw. Or an athletic. No, sorry. Strength. It's athletics check against my spell save DC.
22.
Oh, yeah, he succeeds.
Okay.
Amazing.
Is Entangle a concentration spell?
Yes, it is. And the area in the 20-foot square is now difficult terrain.
Okay. So
I would probably instantly drop concentration because that's going to make it harder for us to get him is the problem. Because it's not going to stop him really from going anywhere now.
Okay. And I believe we've had this conversation before, and I am going to be that horrible, horrible dungeon master. Hunter's Mark drops.
Yeah, no, to be fair, yeah, that's my fault because I should know.
Okay.
So that's fair.
So you're going to drop concentration as well?
Well, there's no point. At the moment, it's a hindrance to us, and it's not a hindrance to. Wow, it's going to hinder anybody else getting in there, but not really going to hinder him. So it doesn't make sense to keep it up. It's only if I can grab him and keep him there.
Okay, so you've still got movement left.
I'm going to move to there, I think.
So
there's a height difference, but at least I can climb.
Okay. So you're about, the top of the rail is probably about 7 feet above you. You could certainly jump up and grab it if you needed to. That takes us to Tala.
Is Doro in the doorway?
Yeah. Above him are the stairs, the ladders going up, and he looks as if he's about to climb up it.
Is there any way I can get between him and the stairs?
If you can think of something to do, maybe. That was a horrible answer. What a horrible, horrible dungeon master I seem to
Well,
have.
DM.
What a
What
horrible,
DM?
horrible DM.
I wonder if you
Right.
try and get close to him and shove him, like almost like grab and throw him behind you.
Yeah, that's
Makes
kind of
sense,
what I'm
maybe.
thinking.
That's what
Just
I would
grapple
have
him.
if I was being not a very, a nicer dungeon
Yeah,
master. That's
so
what
I would like to basically try and switch positions with him. So he's in.
Okay.
So I'm at the exit and he is in front of me.
Okie dokie. So we're going for a grapple then, pretty much, aren't we? So I think grappling these days it's an unarmed strike.
So grapple. Target must
Target must
succeed. Strength or dexterity it chooses. Saving throw is DC 8 plus proficiency bonus plus strength. Wait.
Okay, so grappling. A creature can grapple another creature. Creatures typically grapple by using an unarmed strike. So if you roll your unarmed strike and you beat his AC, then you've grappled him. And then he
It's not like he saves against a grapple. Sorry, I'm just understanding.
Yeah. Well, no, because then if many monsters have special attacks that allow them to quickly grapple. That doesn't apply to this. However, a grapple is initiative, so it has to be the unarmed strike in these circumstances. Then you have the grappled condition.
I see.
That's not going to happen.
So the grappler grapples, and then the grappled can save from the grapple on there, rather than it like being a contested.
Yeah. So the unarmed strike, instead of using a weapon in the melee, you can use a punch, kick, headbutt, or similar blow. In game terms, this is an unarmed strike. A melee attack that involves you using your body to damage, grapple, or shove a target within 5 feet of you. So yeah, so 7 is not enough. As you try and grab hold of him, he manages to dodge out of the way. Did you want to do anything else?
Oh no.
Sorry, Sammi, anything else?
Sorry, my brain is trying to do a thing and it's not very good. That would have been. Is that classed as an action or a bonus action to
action for unarmed strike?
Oh, I need to get me some bonus actions.
At this point, I shall just cast spiritual weapon.
You going to cast spiritual weapon? Okay. Where would you like it to appear?
Action. I would like a warhammer to appear above his head.
Okay, yeah, no problem. What I'll do for now is I'll put it next to him here. Let me just check. Sammi. Yeah. Yes, you are in control of that. You can make your attack roll.
Oh, cute.
Right, how do I do this?
It should be next to the spell, just the plus next to the spell, and then there you go.
Natural 20. Can I get that to like reason?
One.
It should have changed the damage automatically then, so it should be 2d8 plus your plus 4 probably.
Yes, it does.
Nice.
Oh!
Wow.
Lord.
Okay, now.
I think that's full damage.
That's max damage.
Damn, girl. That makes me so happy inside.
Nice.
Oh.
So Horace, your turn.
Yeah.
I'm the attention seeker today.
Am I able to like? I'm not sure if there's any enough space to like shove past Sammi, and then essentially I was going to try and grapple him as well, stop him from running away.
Yeah, you can try. What I'll say under the circumstances, because it's quite tight, is he still has his reaction.
Mm-hmm.
So for you to step into that space, you would have to step back. So if you're unable to grapple him, I'm going to give him an opportunity attack against you. But I will let you know that beforehand if you decide to commit to trying to grapple him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So move yourself up to there for now, and then make your unarmed strike.
You. So just make it like an attack, just an unarmed strike.
Just an unarmed strike.
Come on. Plus. Oh, one second. So I am going to use my Channel Divinity, Vow of Enmity. So when I take an attack action, I can expend one use of the Channel Divinity, utter the Vow of Enmity against a creature you can see within 30 foot, and then I have advantage on attack rolls against that creature for 1 minute.
Okay.
So essentially, Horace is going to step up and just be like, it would just be like, I will not allow you to harm any more women or children. Before almost just swinging his arms out and just trying to wrap him up in his arms.
Okay. Righto.
Advantage. Roll. Yeah, it's a nat 20, baby.
Okay, you got him.
Lord, yeah. Boom.
Oh, blimey.
So what we'll do is we'll change things around slightly. Pippa, unfortunately, you're sort of bundled out of the way as Horace gets Doru to the bottom. We'll put you that way so it's a little bit more obvious.
Thank you.
Yeah, perhaps there. As Doru, as Doru is grappled. That's your action and your movement. Then, Josh, if you're happy with that, anything else?
Yeah, absolutely. Acciones in movement. I'm also. Yeah. I'm going to bonus action. I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark as well on him, on his ass.
Ooh.
Get his ass. Don't know how that would look. I almost think he'd kind of while I've grappled him, I'd almost wave my hand over his face, and this kind of ghostly green kind of flame almost burns across his head.
Nice.
And again, I think it's almost not fully intentional from Horace. He almost just kind of wrestling with it, and then it's kind of as he's struggling against it, he's almost getting angry, and then it almost this anger manifests as the Hunter's Mark, and kind of brandishes across his forehead.
Tidy. Nice. So Doru now is incensed by this, and he starts, as you're grappling him, as your arms across him, you can see him, his mouth moving towards your arm. As a feint, he tries to claw at you twice before he does that. Let me just double check, because I think he's... And so he is going to try and claw at Horace. The first attack is going to be 21.
Woo!
Is that a disadvantage, Dave?
It's not. Why?
He's restrained.
He's grappled.
Yeah, he's grappled. So grappled, you have disadvantage on attack rolls against any target other than the grappler. But he is attacking the grappler.
I looked at restrained, not grappled. Sorry.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
That's my bad.
Yeah. So the damage is going to be 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And you also have this, you're in this strange position now while he's managed to lock onto you as you're locking onto him. So you also have the grappled condition from Doru.
Amazing.
He grappled his grappler.
He
grapple comes to
is
grappler.
going
It's like
to claw,
BBJ.
he's going to claw you again for 25 to hit.
Yeah, it's gonna hit.
Warding, I would like to do warding
Okay,
thing.
sure.
So I'd like to use my reaction to use warding flare. So there's just going to be this bright flash of white light, and it imposes a disadvantage on the roll,
Okay.
onto the attack roll.
I believe I'll allow it this time. I believe that has to be declared before the attack roll is made.
You don't have to use it this time, though.
No, I don't mind because it's the first time we've used it. But for future reference, we'll remember to use it. For the disadvantage roll was still an 18, so it's still going to hit.
Yeah, there's still hits either way.
And that's going to be another 8 points of slashing damage.
Okie smoky.
I would then need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Is this for the bite?
Yeah.
Is the bite just a Constitution thing?
It's
Nothing
a
that
Constitution.
Oh, so you don't have to roll to bite. You can just bite.
I'm afraid so. We're learning vampire spawns for the first time. This is a Constitution saving throw for a particular DC that I'm not going to tell you out loud, for a willing creature or anything that has the grappled, incapacitated, or strained condition.
So what? It's what? Am I on a disadvantage, or is it like
Normal Constitution saving throw, please.
okay? Just because, but he can do that because I'm grappled.
Correct.
Right. Okay. And just to clarify as well, heroic inspiration. Do I have to? If I was going to use that, would I have to declare that before, or is that like I can roll?
Nope.
See the result?
Heroic inspiration is new, so you can roll first and then declare you're going to use heroic inspiration to reroll.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. Cool. Let's go. Con save. Oh shit. I would like to use heroic inspiration, please.
For the love of God, please do.
Go for it.
Well, now that we've got that out of our system. All right, is better. 16.
16. Okay. So as he goes to try and bite you, as he's shrugged you round, he's managed to twist your wrist over, so your radial pulse is exposed as he tries to clamp down on it. You shove your arm further in, and he just clamps onto your armor and doesn't actually manage to pierce. He's still grappled, isn't he? So that takes us to, that's his turn. It's Pippa's turn.
This guy is freaky. No, thank you. No, thank you.
You freak.
He is freaky. Pippa is going to cast. I'm just going to read this very, very quickly. Blah 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 blah. Okay, good. Pippa's going to cast Witch Bolt.
Okay.
On him.
Which bolt?
In the hope that this bolt. In the hope that it doesn't hurt Horace. I can cast a spell and a cantrip, can't I?
If the cantrip is a bonus action, yeah.
Okay, I'll check that in a minute. Casting Witch Bolt. So let's try and hit with it first, phase 1. 15.
15 just misses.
It's a good job I hit. Anyway, next turn. But we've seen this before. Comes out, it hits but doesn't quite grasp, but the electric energy still vibrates around.
Yeah.
So I can do it on my bonus action next time.
Okay.
And then let me just quickly read. Oh, doesn't matter. It's not a bonus action. It's an action.
Okay. Any movement?
And then Pip is going to remove just a touch. So she just needs to be able to from there, she could still see the stairs, couldn't she? Oh, wait, actually. She can still see the stairs from there, can't she?
Yeah. Should be able to. Yes, you can, yeah.
And she can still see Doro.
Yes.
Oh, yep. And that is Pippa.
Okay. Farrow.
So Farrow is going to jump the railing, and as he does so, he's going to get off of my friend. And he's just going to go to town on this guy.
Okay, go for it.
So going with the silver short sword first.
Yeah.
Oh, with advantage, because I'm flanking.
Okay.
That's why I moved to that square.
What the fuck?
Also, I was supposed to recast Hunter's Mark as a bonus action, which I'll do if that's okay, Dungeon Master.
Sure. Justice.
And then with the scimitar, do it right this time. 24 to hit.
That's better.
Yes. Okay, yeah.
So, slashing damage is 6 points of slashing.
Yeah.
We get a d6 force damage from Hunter's Mark. And because the creature is already injured, takes an additional d8 from Colossus Slayer.
Okay.
So an additional 5 points damage.
14. Anything else?
That is everything.
Okay, Tala's turn.
Tala is first of all going to cast Bless on Horace, Farrow, and herself.
Okay.
So that is my action. And then for my bonus action, I would like to bring my spiritual hammer forward and attack.
Makes perfect sense.
The brain function. Oh no.
Ooh.
10.
Miss. Horace.
Oh yeah, baby. I think with him trying to like bite down, I think Horace will almost like release him.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go for a. So wait, can I attack him while he's grappled?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it. Forget that.
Well, strictly speaking, you need a hand free to attack, but you've got a two-handed weapon.
All right. Original plan. Plan A. Back to plan A. I'll let him go.
Okay.
So yeah, almost like I'm gonna let him go. I can see that Farrow and Tala have now got his exit like locked down. So I'm just gonna release him, both hands back on the greatsword, and I'll say, he's no. Oh no, because Hunter's Mark is concentration.
Yeah.
Sorry, bear with me. No, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, Horace could be like, bite down on this, motherfucker.
Okay. So you can roll with advantage because you're flanking as well.
And Vow Enmity as well.
Yeah. Oh, whoa, yeah.
More advantage. Yes, please. Thank you. Roll it. That's a 23 to hit.
23 hits.
Hell yeah. And then I've got Savage Attacker, so we'll roll the damage twice. So nice, I'll roll it twice. 10. And then Hunter's Mark as well, so 10 plus the extra d6 for Hunter's Mark.
Ooh.
Which is just 2. So that's 12 damage on his head top.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So from above now, you can hear Donovich saying, "My lord, no, why have you forsaken me? Why have you forsaken me? Save my son." Daru's turn. He still has Horace grappled. Sorry.
No, I was going to say, at the end of my turn, is there any chance I could bonus action lay on hands myself?
Yeah, of course you can.
Thank you. Thank you.
If you haven't used your bonus action, that's perfectly acceptable. Daru.
Your Mamu.
So he's grappling.
You grapple the grappler.
Yeah, let's go for it. Constitution saving throw, please. Josh.
I would love to. Is Bless a thing? Yeah, so do I have to use Bless now, or can I see the result first and then
see the result first? You add it anyway, so roll your d20.
You're blessed.
Your what's it?
30. I'm gonna add it. D4.
Yeah. Like I say, you get it anyway.
Oh, okay. 6. Don't know why I did that. What the fuck was that?
That's all right.
One.
One. So you've passed. Once again, he tries to bite you, but he's missed. He is going to claw you twice. First attack is 23.
It's
is only going to be 7 points of damage. Second attack is only a 14.
Misses.
Okay, he's not looking great. It's going to be Pippa's turn.
Pippa? She's got easy maths to do. So bonus action for the witch bolt. There's one there. Let me just make sure I'm reading. Yep, 1d12. Oop, 8.
Nice.
And then not very exciting, but and then it'll be a firebolt.
Okay.
Bolt of fire. Natural 20.
Firebolts are very exciting when you roll a natural 20.
Up his head.
Come on, Leah.
Oh, sorry, I just realised it did it for me. 18 damage.
Oh, boy.
Of a possible 20, he was on 14. How would you like to kill him?
Yeah.
What the earth? Amazing. So Pippa watches and is endlessly impressed by how everybody's containing this. But seeing these bites coming and coming and coming, she locks on and she just moves the witch bolt so it's round the neck and it gets tight and electrocutes all around the neck. The neck becomes frayed. Then the firebolt goes and touches right between the eyes, hopefully knocking the head from the neck that's already been damaged by the witch bolt. Takes the head off.
Awesome.
Domes him.
Yeah, it does. As his crumpled form Just before it impacts, you hear him scream, "Father! Father, it's me! Father, I've returned! No, they have killed me! And then from above, you can hear just silence as Pippa takes the head through her arcane arts off this vampire spawn, as everything now goes quiet, just with the light from Tala and Pippa. And after a second, after you catch your breath, for the first time now, you can hear the bell ring from the church tower above you. What would you like to do?
I think
Yeah,
Tala will approach what's left of Dora and try and basically try and make it a bit more presentable so he's not just like that, but he's kind of at peace, so to speak. And say, turn to the moon. She will be your guide.
Okay.
And go back upstairs. And
Question.
Yeah, go on.
This is completely to your discretion, Dave. The mending spell says that you can stitch together water
love it.
skins. A water skin is created from a dead creature that one may carry water. This is an undead creature within which there is blood, therefore water. Could I put his head back on?
Dead body equals water skin. Confirmed.
I'm
Just
not.
bags of water.
I'm not completely evil, Leah. You make an Arcana check and roll a natural 20. I'll allow it. How does that sound?
Damn it. I wish I'd flip him.
guidance.
It has to be a natural 20 and a natural 4 then.
Okay, right.
Easy character arc moment. Leah learns how
Your man just put their head back on.
these back together.
What?
Yeah, with mending.
Nope.
Oh.
There's where we go.
Okay.
So close.
You,
Yet so far.
Sammi, make a medicine check for me. You're not going to stitch it back on. You've had your moment, but just to see if you can make it look presentable. 15. Okay. You can. You're pretty sure you'll be able to remove the corpse without it looking horrific. However, as you make arrangements and you ascend to the main church, to the chapel, the first thing that you see as you enter the main chapel is Donovich hanging by the rope, swinging backwards and forwards. Which is
We had it prepared.
where we'll end the session this evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice.
Bloody hell, I didn't like the guy, but Jesus.
Dear
I'll
me.
say it
Try
on
to be the
behalf of
sweet son.
I'll say it on behalf of the rest of Dice in Anger if anyone is watching. Welcome to Barovia.
It's the trolley problem again and again and again and again.
Retail.
Right, we'll pick it up next time where you. Donovich is dead. He's with you, trying to sort Doru out. He's past the point of no return now. There's nothing that you could have done. So we'll pick it up back at the Burgomaster's mansion with getting Irina to safety if you're able to.